Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Patty Center here at the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus, and happy Thanksgiving. And here we go, Friday night back at the Patty Center, Alaska Nanook men's basketball weekend. Before we get into GNAC tournament action, coming to Fairbanks, we've got the Northwest Indian College Eagles out of Bellingham, Washington, and they've got a couple of Alaskan players. One player from Nome and a couple from Anchorage on this Eagles squad here, getting ready to take on the Nanooks. And looking down at the Nanook bench, looks like we're going to be without the services of Paul Johnson and Elion Zevenbergen. One more a night here, so we'll have to see when they're ready to return, if get them back for a GNAC action, which starts next Thursday night here at home with a women's doubleheader Thursday night and then a Saturday men and women's doubleheader, and Saturday be a triple header with men and women's basketball and then hockey finally back at the Carlson Center. So we'll send it down to our public address announcer and we'll get this one started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The University of Alaska Fairbanks Department of Athletics welcomes you to the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium for today's game featuring the Northwest Indian Eagles and your Alaska Nanooks. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise and remove your headgear as we honor America with the play of the national anthem. As always, you are welcome to sing along. Thank you. Now, let's greet the Alaska Airlines starting lineup for tonight's game. Up first, the Northwest Indian Eagles. Kicking things off at number 0, Jesse Hoyley. Up next for the Eagles, number 15, Richard Cross. Up next, number 23, J.D. McGee. Up next, number 30, DJ Holthusen. And rounding things off with the Eagles at number 35, Anthony Snow. And this time we'd like to recognize your cold spot helipad court crew today. They are elementary student Nelson Felix and Joseph Nyameki. And now, Nanook fans, get on your feet and make some noise for your Alaska Nanooks! Kicking things off for your Nanooks from Ketchikan, Alaska, a junior, number 1, Chris Lee. Up next, from
All right, welcome back, and we are ready to get this one underway. Alaska Nanook men's basketball. Friday, Saturday here, Thanksgiving weekend. Ken Viemeyer back with you with my color commentator, Elena Guck from Alaska Nanook volleyball. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was excellent. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I didn't do anything today, but picket leftovers like probably everybody.
Did some Black Friday shopping today, but happy to be back at the Alaska Center.
Was there really a Black Friday shopping out today?
There was.
Was there?
Less than I would have liked, but yes, there was.
Right. All right, Nanooks in the home white jerseys. Again, the Northwest Indian College Eagles coming up out of Bellingham, Washington. You can see Effenberger and Jesse Hoiby out there on the tip, kind of bumping each other but smiling. So maybe they've known each other from high school ball or just from playing in Washington. Nanooks feed it inside. Chris Lee up off the window, and he starts the scoring out. Chris Lee has been on fire these last two games. Here come the Eagles with it. They're going to bring it near side. 3-ball on the way. And wow, nice stroke here for J.D. McGee, a kid out of Anchorage, Alaska. Eagles with an early 1-point lead. Chris Lee will swing it over. Jalea O'Keefe now on top. Effenberger. O'Keefe looking for something inside. Not there. He's going to hang on to it. Gets in the paint. Little fadeaway jumper is good. Nice touch by O'Keefe. Nanooks now up by 1. Nice crowd continues to come in as it's warming up outside. And it's 15 below. And only in Alaska can you say it's warming up when it's 15 below. But it was like 25 below. Eagles get a little Euro step inside. That one doesn't go. KT Sadu pulls down the rebound. Did KT give us the go ahead for calling him KT?
I think so.
Okay, there you go. Eagles will get possession as it goes out of bounds. 18:41 to go here, opening half. Nanooks with a 1-point lead just underway here. Same two teams will meet back here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Big Alaska Nanook sporting news with your Alaska Nanook hockey team down in Minnesota. And today they come up with a tie, but the shootout win against number 3, number 4, Minnesota. So a huge, and the Nanooks in the backcourt, just bad ball management right there. So as you got to hear the score of the hockey game, you guys gave a little cheer here. So as they're out on the road, but they'll be home next weekend. You guys looking forward to going to the Carlson Center?
Absolutely. Been a long time since we've been there.
Oh, my goodness.
It'd be nice to get back.
It has been 12 weeks since the Nanooks have had a home game, and those were at the Big Dipper, and the home of the Fairbanks Ice Dogs, and they're in action here tonight. But next Friday and Saturday, hockey back at the all-new Carlson Center. We'll
Excited to see it.
Talk about that, and, of course, the big teddy bear toss and trying to get a little step inside, but no call, and the Nanooks will bring it down quickly, and they're going to lose it. And head coach Franco Stanek, when I talked to him last week, was talking about the GNAC week coming up here next week and how crucial it's going to be to get this team going here and get ready for GNAC action, because it's not going to be an easy season, and they've got a team that's coming in on Saturday, and St. Martin's already 8-1 in the early season, yet to play a conference game, though.
What was their preseason ranking?
The Nanooks?
Yes.
They were picked 10th.
Got some comeback action coming back here. I'm not worried. We'll get it going.
No, I mean, there's a lot of teams that get picked low, and when you guys were picked to finish 6th, I believe, in the preseason poll. And
finished 2nd.
Yeah, tied for 2nd. A great season, a record-breaking season as Isaiah Sams Hoy gets into the scoring column. Eagles looking to just keep it close here, and confident ball handling there by Jesse Hoiby, and a walk before the shot, and it'll go right back to Alaska. So next week will be a busy week for Nanook Athletics as they get ready to go into finals and their holiday break. So mentioned the basketball doubleheader Thursday night, and then Saturday you've got a triple header with women's basketball, men's basketball, and then hockey over at the Carlson Center Saturday night. But a 2-game weekend for hockey back in town. Effenberger, that one just off the back of the iron, an easy rebound for the Eagles. Sure, head coach Ostanek would like to see his team jump out to a nice cushion here early if possible. A little spinner Jumper by Hoiby looking for the foul. Again, doesn't get it. And Chris Lee will take it down and score, and he's got 4. Chris Lee, 96 points over the first 5 games for Alaska. Woof. Getting Paul Johnson on the bench, having to pick up the scoring. And let's get us something going here. And there was the flush. You asked for it.
I did, right in the beginning. Said I want to see some dunks right here.
All right, we've got a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here for this one. I think that's the first dunk at home this year for the Nanoks basketball team.
Heck yeah, by Chris Lee, no less.
So that'll get things heated up for the guys. Great to see some dunking. Our big man out again on the bench, and Elion Zevenbergen. But next week, you've got the women taking on Western Oregon and the men taking on Western Oregon. Thursday, you've got the men at 5:15, the ladies at 7. Then Saturday afternoon, the ladies will play St. Martin's at 3:15, and then, the men at 3:15, the ladies at 1 o'clock. So it's going to be a busy day. How many events are you working next week?
Probably all of them. That would be my guess.
When your season comes to an end, then you become a student-athlete worker.
Heck yeah. I like that, though. Get a chance to come to everyone's games and might as well get paid doing it.
There you go. So, yeah, the Nanook hockey team with that big win, or we say it's a win.
It is a win in my book.
Nate, since it's ends as a tie, but they get the shootout win, but a definitely
conference, is that what he said?
Moral victory. Yeah, so the Nanooks, we don't have a conference. They're Minnesota's in the Big Ten. And they're undefeated in the Big Ten Conference. And again, they come into the weekend, and they're ranked, number 3 in one poll, number 4 in one poll, and that's in the nation. And I believe it was 64 Division I college hockey teams. So that's a pretty high ranking. And the Nanooks seem to respond well when they take on nationally ranked teams. They beat Notre Dame earlier this season. Did well against Penn State as they came to Fairbanks and played at the Dipper. But excited to see the Carlson Center. 5-point Nanook lead here. Nanook's going to show some full court pressure. Chris Lee almost picks that one away, and the Eagles break the pressure. 3-pointer from the baseline, no good, rattled around. This is Effenberger. Little hot potato pass there between Sidhu and O'Keefe. Chris Paul will just set things up here now at the point, looking for a screen. Not there. He's going to bring it over KT, nothing inside. O'Keefe for 3. And high rebound brought down by Anthony Snow, another former Alaska high school player out of Anchorage. Number 15, Richard Cross from Nome. Played at Nome High School, where the first signing for Frank Ostanek for next season, player coming out of Nome. And count the basket here for Anthony Snow. So, Elena, do you know what the Nome High School mascot is?
I do not.
Think about it. Starts with an N.
Is it the same as ours?
It is the same as ours, the Nome Nanooks.
I was like, I don't want to be wrong here.
Well, there's no wrong answer.
Yes, the Nanooks, huh?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Nome Nanooks.
Yeah, up
little
there.
alliteration going on.
Polar bear country for sure.
Oh, yeah. I want to go out there. I want to see some polar bears.
I should have you guys go do a camp up there.
Ooh, that would be awesome. So I know a lot of them come down to Anchorage and stuff for high school camps. And
3-ball. Oh, that one in and out of the cylinder by Griffin Effenberger, the 6'5 senior. Alaska still just hanging on to this 2-point lead. They led by 5, but Eagle team not going away. This is J.D. McGee, the other former Alaska high school player down at Northwest Indian College now. Just reading some of their stats. They have 113 different Indian nations that they represent in that college. O'Keefe, boy, unable to get anything to go early for him, but I remember Chris Lee had a slow start in that first game Friday night against Multnomah last week with just 2, but ended up with 21. And here comes Effenberger, goes left side, gets the defender up, and a foul, and Griffin Effenberger will go to the free throw line. Jaleo O'Keefe posted 3 double-doubles in his first 5 games here with Alaska, and that's the most in the GNEC. He's averaging 12.8 points and 11 boards per game. Effenberger yet to score yet here. Chris Lee leading everybody with 6 points.
Clean shot.
Effenberger into the scoring column. I think a lot of people that probably made it here to the game today were probably like, it's time to get off the couch. I got to go do something. I got to stretch my leg. I mean, it was cold yesterday, getting out yesterday and doing stuff. It was cold, and then it was like, what do we want to do today?
Stay in the warm.
Exactly.
Glad you're all here, though. And to those of you online as well.
Full court pressure now by Alaska. As Effenberger hits 2 and a steal. And let's see if we get another one, Isaiah. Sam's
Hey!
Good
2 for 2 on dunks.
Good to see those. And we're 2 for 2 because sometimes misstep or whatever and you miss the dunk.
It's harder than it looks. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Turnover.
Can you touch the rim?
I'm close.
You're close. Oh, and we're going to get a walk there. You can tell that one little extra step. Yeah, we're going to get Jeremiah Hersrud.
Can you touch the rim?
No. I've never been able to. That's why I was a point guard. But now point guards are 6'9" and they're dunking.
Yeah.
But there's also some 5'10" point guards that dunk easily as well, so I can't use that as an excuse.
I was like, so what's my excuse?
Vertically challenged. Chris Lee with a nice no-look. Sidhu for 3. Kathan Sidhu hits a 3. First one for Alaska from long range. And the Nanoks force another turnover here. Adam Lane, the head coach for the Eagles, and Trazil Lane, his assistant coach. That's Jeremiah Hersrud out of Shishmaref, Alaska. We've also got Jackson Krug in there. I think that's his first time here out on the floor at home for Alaska. Chris Lee down to 8 on the shot clock. Looking for something inside. Hangs on to it. Pull back 3. High arcing one, and that one no good. Sidhu, oh, nice job of getting rid of that one. Oh, a 2-on-1 opportunity, and they don't pass it off. And it'll be Alaska ball, but I believe we're going to get a media timeout possibly. No, we're just going to get a couple substitutions in here for both squads. And we've also got Shiloh Zevenbergen, 6'5" junior, brother of Elion Zevenbergen. So a couple brothers on the basketball team. You guys had a couple sisters on volleyball.
It's a sibling thing.
Was there any sibling rivalry going on in practice or anything, or was it all?
Oh, of course.
Oh, there was some rivalry.
I'm sure there is here too.
Oh yeah. especially if it comes down to some playing time.
Yeah. Same position, I'm assuming. Both tall dudes.
Chris Lee hits his first 3. He's got 9 now for Alaska, and Alaska now double-digit lead at 12. And good defense here by the Nanoks. And the Eagles will hang on to it. This will be Tyson Burns, 5'9" freshman, will handle the inbounds duties. And Sidhu and Chris Lee will get a breather, and we're going to get Griffin Effenberger back in, and Jaleo O'Keefe. Brandon Pino with it at the point. Looking to drive inside. A fadeaway at the elbow is good. Nice looking shot from Michael Rodriguez. His first basket. Makes it a 10-point Nanook lead. Oh, and Hersrud not ready for that one. Another turnover here for Alaska to the dismay of head coach Franco Stanek. Yeah, we got immediate timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well. Nanooks leading by 10. We'll step aside. We got more Nanook.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
All right, we're back here after the media timeout, coming to a close here. Nanook's leading by 10 on this Black Friday evening, and tomorrow, shop small, shop local businesses, and you can do some shopping at AlaskanNanooks.com for the best gear ever. The Nanook mascot voted the best mascot in the A-Bear logo, so if you want a piece of that.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
And it's cool. I mean, at Costco now, they're selling Costco. They're
really?
selling Nanook hoodies,
Awesome.
blue hoodies, and some great pullovers. So if you're in the area, or I don't know if they got them at just the local Costco's, or if they get those outside of Alaska as well. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
It's always it's like, ooh, what are we going to see when we go into Costco that I don't need, but I got to buy it?
I don't think I've ever gotten out of Costco spending less than like $200.
I bought a vest, and one of the women's basketball team was up here, and she was like, oh, that's like $4 now. I'm like, what? I paid $9 for it.
Oh, jeez.
And she's like, you can take it back, and they'll give you $5 back. 11:30 to go. First half, Nanooks lead by 10 over the visiting Northwest Indian College Eagles. 3-ball on the way, and that one, long rebound, a little collision out on top. And Effenberger spins his way out of that one and will lead it down. O'Keefe gets inside, and finger rolls and scores.
Nice gentle touch there.
Jalea O'Keefe now with 4, and Alaska will set back up full court pressure. Tyson Burns. Young team here. They've got a lot of freshmen on this Eagle squad. And you could hear when Richard Cross was introduced, he's got a little cheer section here being from Nome. A nice pass inside, and Anthony Snow now has got 5 points. Lead back to 10 for Alaska. Hersrud will handle the point. O'Keefe looking for something inside, and he'll just drop it into Jackson Krug. Krug inside, a little spin move, and unable to finish. Chance for the Eagles to get back into single-digit deficit. And a foul, and they could do it at the free throw line. This is going to go on Effenberger. Oh, no, actually. It's going to go on Jeremiah Hersrud, and that's his first second-team foul on the Nanooks. Michael Rodriguez at the free throw line now for the Eagles. First one is good. Sadu and Isaiah Sams-Hoy back in for Alaska. And I've done a couple of the Nanook women's games, and they go for the wholesale substitutions, like 5 at a time. And when you're a public address announcer, that makes it tough. And the scorekeeper's down there putting it up on the scoreboard. Yeah, and he hits a second one, 2 for 2. So finals week coming up for you guys. Y'all ready for that, or?
Always a lot of work. I know with my major, though, especially being all online, a lot of it's more projects and papers than actual exams.
Nice 3 from the corner for Griffin Effenberger. So your classes are all online classes?
Yes, we travel so much during the semester, it's hard to be in person.
Second semester, you get into in-person classes? And count the basket.
Yes.
And now a 13-point Nanook lead. And back to the line, Rodriguez with a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Rodriguez now with 6 points. And 7. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe. Oh, nice lead-up pass.
Good look inside.
Great job, Sadu up ahead of everybody, and Chris Lee finding him. And Chris Lee just going to apply the pressure and almost forces the turnover. Brandon Pino ends up losing the handle. Pino with some cool little frosted tips out there on just the one side. Sadu now out on top. Look to feed it inside. He'll just hand it off O'Keefe. Lee again. Effenberger. Sams-Hoy. double teamed, and he draws the foul, and that'll earn him a chip to the free throw line with a 10-point Nanook lead with 9:20 to go in our opening half. Same two teams back here tomorrow, same time, and then we get into conference play.
I was just about to say this seems like less of a foul-heavy game than Multnomah, but getting back up there again.
Yeah, it'll slowly start adding up.
I feel like it's all at once too.
Yeah, no
Like
kidding.
1, 1, and 1.
Well, a lot of
it's
it,
3 and 2.
a lot of times in that down towards the end when they've got to stop that clock, you have to start fouling, and then you really start adding them up. And second one good. This will be Tyson Burns again at the point, and Chris Lee just, oh, nice press break right there, and getting the defender up and count it. Good job by Keenan Kahokapu. Getting the defender to buy and then hanging up there and putting the shot up and scoring, and now a chance to make it 3 for him. Jackson Krug, the 6'7" junior, back in, and O'Keefe will head over with 2 personals. Big crowd, I'm sure, tonight over at the Ice Dogs game with the Big Dipper as their final home games in 2024 as they get ready to hit the road and do a little Christmas break.
How long is their season?
Their season is long.
Yeah, I bet.
As long as that three-pointer right there by Griffin Effenberger. It's longer. They start like in September. I think they end up with 60 games on the season.
Woo!
Yeah, it's a grind. That was a billet family for a couple seasons, and we had them in the end of August, and they didn't go back home till May. It was a year they went deep in the playoffs, but man. And they're 16 to 21-year-olds, so they're all doing high school online as well with all the travel that they do.
I did wonder how that worked.
I didn't see, did that 3 count?
No.
Okay.
He traveled.
I heard the whistle. Yeah, it's a long season for those kids. And like you said, by the time some of them end up their juniors, you know, they're a freshman in college coming in at 21 years old.
Yep, we talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm not even 21 yet. These freshmen will be older than I am. And I'll be a senior.
That is like a love of the game and still wanting to progress. You know, you're like, okay, you want to get, you know, college education if you can, doing the sport you love and get a scholarship at it. But man, as rough as that game is, to be able to get through all that with the injuries, that three-pointer no good. One of the kids that we had, he ended up burst his spleen.
Oh my goodness.
Split his eye, almost lost his eye, multiple finger breaks, and just always beat up. But he was like, I wouldn't do it any other way. And he was a tennis player too, and he had a Division I college offer to go play college tennis. And he chose to go to the Ice Dogs. Ooh, nice.
Really?
Nice three by Rodriguez. Yeah, and I was like, well, and he goes, no, I still love tennis. He goes, but because he was a all-state tennis player in Minnesota and highly recruited, though, to play tennis. Oh, no call as Sadu gets another 3.
Great shot, KT.
Man, he's been working on his long-range game.
That's always nice to see in post players, too. Because, like you were saying last time, the three-point has kind of changed the game a little bit.
Right. On Sadu up ahead. Knocked away from him.
That's a hard pass.
That would have been amazing if a three-quarter court pass alley-oop dunk.
Yep. Nice.
And here we go again.
Let's see.
I think Chris Lee will play this one safe, and he does with a defender back there. And now the Nanooks starting to open things up to a 15-point lead. Nice feed inside and count the basket for DJ Holthusen. And let's see if that's... Nanooks going to take a timeout just on that defensive little lapse there as head coach Franco Stanek burns a timeout. We'll find out if it's a full or 30. And it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Again, these same two teams meet back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Hockey again back at Minnesota tomorrow, and they will play at 2 o'clock Alaska time. You can catch that on KSUA Radio. Bruce Check in his 37th season, I believe, doing Nanook hockey. They had it on the Big Ten Network If you had a subscription to that, you could always buy a subscription if you want to watch it on their stream. But again, Nanook hockey back here next Friday and Saturday at the all-new Carlson Center. They've taken out the Olympic sheet of ice and they put in NHL style, so they had to replace the bleachers as well to make it all fit properly. So it's going to be kind of cool to see that. No, the Olympic sheet was, I think, 80 by 200, so it was much bigger, and so the NHL style is the same size as the Big Dipper. But that's pretty much what every school in college is at, and junior hockey and high school hockey plays at that. So, and plus the ice factory, the plant underneath the ice was well past its lifetime, and so they got that. So new bleachers, but Friday night is Military Appreciation Night. Buy one ticket, or no, you get it in free, and you can bring a friend if you have a military ID. It's also if you bring some pet food with you. There's a young boy. He's a 10-year-old, and every year for his birthday he does a pet food drive.
Oh, that's
so if you
sweet.
bring in a bag of pet food or some cans of pet food, you get in for free as well. Last year he raised 10,000 pounds of pet food for a couple animal shelters and rescues here.
We'll have to hit up Cold Spot.
Yeah, and that night's also festive sweater night. So wear a festive sweater, and they're going to have a festive sweater contest. And then Saturday night, of course, is the teddy bear toss. So bringing those new unwrapped stuffed animals. What's the new plushie that's the big thing right now? It's around.
Squishmallows?
There it is. See, I knew you would know.
Of course. Me and my roommates have about 20 of them.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Would you be willing to part with some, or want to buy some new ones for some kids? And then throw them on the ice.
Maybe I'll hit up Costco and get some new ones for the kids.
Nanook's working inside, and that one blocked. It'll stay Alaska ball. Say last touch by J.D. McGee.
Thought that might be a foul there, but I guess not.
J.D. McGee went to Anchorage Christian School, where Destiny Reimers, multiple state championships there, now playing for Alaska. As Krug hits a three-pointer. As the Nanook bench gets up. 40-24, Alaska opening it up and driving the lane, and Sadhu gets a piece of it, and quickly back, here comes Alaska. Hersrud with a nice no-look pass inside, and Alaska right now dominating as Krug picks up his 5th point. 5:42 to go, first half. Hoiby works it inside. Nice job by DJ Holthusen finishes. Chris Lee with it. Going to work through Sadhu's screen. Pulls up and works through it again. Hangs on to it. Shot just off the elbow is good for Chris Lee. 13 points for him to lead all scorers. And we've still got 5 minutes to go in the first half. 3 Nanooks down at the table waiting to come in. Corterius Mingo getting ready to check in, a former Fairbanks High School All-Star. Up here for Alaska now. Looks good. Get some of these other guys some time out there. And again, head coach Stanek seeing how different players work with each other, setting those lineups as you get ready for conference play. Out on top, Krug, Zevenbergen, Effenberg. That's so hard to put those two together. Was that a 3?
It was a 3.
Okay, he's got 3 threes and 2 free throws. He's got 11 points now.
Is he 3 for 3 or 3 for 4?
3 for 3 I've got.
Nice.
He's got a nice touch out there.
Yeah.
Hoiby. Oh, behind the back, no look pass.
That was
Wow.
tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Dropping dimes right there. And the Nanooks try to erase that from everybody's mind with a 3 in and out. 47-28. Oh, and getting a piece of that one, but off the fingertips of Krug. And it'll stay Eagles ball with 4:05 to go in the first half. Nanooks with 4 team fouls and the Eagles with just 2. Nobody in any kind of foul trouble. Nice.
Soft touch in there.
Holthusen. Well drawn up inbounds play for the Eagles. 3 ball on the way, and that one no good. Krug with the rebound, hangs on to it. He faces some pressure. His Hoiby leaning all over him. Hersrud for 3, and that one you can see hook a little way off. And some contact, and I believe that's going to go on Shiloh Zevenbergen. Boy, so you watch some collisions here, but when I was watching you guys and calling your volleyball matches, and sometimes I see 2 players going for a ball and you're diving in. I mean, are you guys ever out there just like going, oh no, oh no? Or do you have full confidence that they're going to turn their heads at the right time?
For the most part, I have full confidence because we have a couple of defensive systems that we go about. Like, you're supposed to, like, cross and one in front, one behind kind of a thing. But there are definitely some balls where we get a little close to each other. So
oh, my gosh.
Kind of goes both ways.
Yeah, it's scary sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, especially when you have a ball coming at you like 50 miles an hour and then some. Yeah.
There definitely is that. Did they ever pull out speed guns?
Yeah, we do. We have one that we look at for serving most of the time, but it definitely catches some.
Oh, really?
Catches some
on the kills?
hits every once in a while, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, average is like above 50, I want to say 50.
Wow. And I know when I call it sometimes, I mean, you guys will just get your palm of your hands up there, you know, and it's like, is it, I mean, just reflexes at this level?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it is reflexes.
And
But our defenders definitely have some really good reading skills and whatnot, too, so.
And try not to get your nose broken?
Yeah, something like that. Get concussed. Had a couple of those.
I mean, Symphony, I've seen it a lot of times in her position. I mean,
Yep,
just
exactly.
life-saving, just throwing the hands
right
up
down
there.
the line.
And then do you work on that to where you get the angle so the ball will go up instead of down?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it, too. Sin, you got anything to comment on that?
It's all about ball control.
Ball control, there you go.
You know Symphony, great at ball control.
Our producer, Symphony Henderson over here, running the running the stats and running the
live stream going here.
3:36 to go. First half, 17-point Nanook lead over the visiting Northwest Indian College Eagles. Nice trip for them to come up to Alaska for a Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Oh, and there's a
Nice
lead
block.
for Corterius Mingo, and he gets it quickly up. Zevenberger lays it in.
19-point lead Alaska. Let's go.
Shiloh Zevenbergen, his first basket. And you can see his brother over there cheering him on. And that one unable to finish by Holthusen as he quickly gets back. Mingo for 3 and hits it. Corterius Mingo hits a 3. Mingo transferred back out of Lewis and Clark Community College. 6'5" junior now. Oh, trying to get a no-look pass, and Mingo read that one, gets off of him, and it'll stay Eagles ball on their baseline. And now Rodriguez back in. Rodriguez, 10 points, leading the Eagles in scoring. Rebound fought for, and Griffin Effenberger picks it up, and he quickly brings it back down. And he'll pull back for 3. Krug inside with the board. Mingo draws a triple team on him. And that one no good. Another rebound, this time for Michael Rodriguez. Rodriguez will give it up. Jesse Hoiby. So what did you guys do for Thanksgiving? Do you guys have a team Thanksgiving, or what did you guys get to do?
Some of us had a team Thanksgiving when we were at Ainsley's house, but me and Sim went over to the Ericksons for the day. Had some really, really good food, some good quality time. Like a little home away from home.
Is that everybody's kind of home away from home?
Yeah, I would say that in Ainsley's house, definitely.
So you guys were out there. I know Ainsley's brother played for the North Pole Patriot football team.
Yep.
Who had a really good season, and I was
So we
calling
did.
radio games, and I saw you guys out there freezing in the frigid Alaskan weather in the fall.
Yep. I mean, I didn't go personally, but I know a bunch of people did.
And I know some of them went out there, and some of you guys had to work. I think there was basketball.
Yep.
Oh, a nice switch of direction right there.
Yeah.
The extra step, Effenberger Not going to argue that one, but he looks like he might have took a shot to the face, possibly. Now, is that Ainsley's sister? She's on the...
Yes, she is. That's one of our pair of sisters.
And then
I
Riley's...
guess now that Riley's graduated.
Oh, boy.
That's so sad.
Yeah, talk
Shout
about
out
a
Riley White.
season for her. I mean,
Absolutely.
just
Breaking
an
records.
incredible season. And when you talk to her, just she's like...
Sweetest, most humble thing ever.
Yeah. And it was funny, in the final interview, we had all the seniors up here, and head coach Scott said a story about her. He tried to get her to marry his son.
Did he really?
Yeah, that was...
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was just laughing.
Oh, my goodness. She's like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, and here's a steal down to 42 seconds. Eagles going to go all the way and score. Confident ball handling by J.D. McGee, who's got 7 points. A 5-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock right now. Zevenbergen gives it up. Heffenberger. And a three deep in the corner. Jaleel Keith gets up and flexes for his teammate. Down to 10 seconds. Rodriguez down to 5. Long three, a long rebound. They could get it back up there. Oh, and unable to get rid of it. And that'll somehow 0.6 of a second remains. Eagles will just try to have to Hail Mary, throw everybody inside and see if they can just get it in and tap it at the basket. That's about all you got time for. And that will count. Oh,
that was close.
Just off the mark, so they did a good job there with time running out. So at the end of the first half, Alaska leading 55-37. We'll take a break and come back, take a look at our halftime stats here. More Nanook basketball coming up.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
On my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
I
am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
On my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
All right, we're back here at halftime with the Nanoks leading here 55-37 over Northwest Indian College. Taking a look at the Eagles. Michael Rodriguez leading with 15 points, 8 for DJ Holthusen, and 7 for J.D. McGee. The Eagles shooting 47% from the floor, hitting 15 out of 32 attempts, 3 out of 9 from long range for 33%. And 4 out of 5 at the free throw line for 80%. For Alaska, pretty balanced scoring here. Right now you've got Chris Lee leading with 13, 11 for Griffin Effenberger, who's got 3 threes. 8 points for KT Sidhu, and then a bunch of players with 5s and 6s here for Alaska. Alaska shooting 55% from the floor, hitting at 21 out of 38 attempts, 9 out of 23. For 39% behind the three-point line and 4 for 4 at the free throw line for Alaska. So again, Alaska will take on the Eagles right back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and then we move into GNAC conference play next week for the men and the women's team. Thursday night, we got a doubleheader. Western Oregon coming to town for the men and the women. The men will start things out at 5:15 Thursday night, and then the ladies will play at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday afternoon, another doubleheader with St. Martin's coming to town. And the ladies will play at 1 and the guys at 3:15. And St. Martin's in the men's division right now, 8-1 on the early season here, coming in pick number 1 in the GNAC. So you're going to face some tough competition right out the gate here for this Alaska Nanook men's basketball team under the new head coach in Frank Ostanek, who got the job late and had to go right to work as Alaska lost quite a few players with graduation and to the portal and transferring out. So just having to build with players that were available to come here to Alaska. Isaac Garcia played for head coach Ostanek at Monroe Catholic High School, and he decided to come back as he had played a year and then left and came back, but having to redshirt this year. So he'll be able to finish out his college career next year here at the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium at the Patty Center. So these guys starting to respond well with back-to-back wins last weekend over the Multnomah Lions that did not come easy as they played from behind big time in the Friday night game, and then it was a back-and-forth affair Saturday night, but Alaska able to hold on and pull out that victory. So get another nice crowd on hand here for a Friday night on a 15 below zero day here in Fairbanks, and it's supposed to steadily warm up. Some incredible aurora, though, last night is when it starts to get cold like this. Did you guys, did you get to see some aurora?
I did not today. I wish I would have looked outside.
Oh, man. Anytime it's clear, you got to make sure to look up. It's
True.
You know, like tonight would be a good opportunity as well. I always see kind of the forecast for it, but I'm like, that means I have to stay up till 2 o'clock sometimes?
Yeah.
So, but sometimes because I live right in town, and so like in town with the lights can also diminish it. But I've had it at my house where it's just been so bright, and iPhones now take amazing pictures. Look at you.
Yeah.
Are those
this was
yours?
just the other day, yes.
Yeah.
This is right by campus, too. Hold on. Let me pull up some better pictures here. Wish I could show you guys online, but.
Wow, those are great.
Yeah.
And are you like driving taking those?
These ones, yes. Let me they're a little, don't drive and take photos.
Well, I mean.
I'm not condoning that.
Exactly. Don't text and drive, and don't shoot the aurora when you're driving.
Yes. These ones, I was definitely stationary, though.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it looks like a little Milky Way. You can see it moving with all the pink and the green. Yeah.
Have you told your family all about that?
Absolutely. Every time I take pictures, I can send it. Look at this movement going there.
That's incredible. Look at the colors.
Yeah. Today it seemed like a pretty clear day, too, so I guess tonight's the night as well.
Tonight could be a good night for it.
My mom was here last week with our last conference games, and she always is angry because whenever she comes up here, every day she's here, it's cloudy. But then the second she leaves, they're out.
That's funny. There was a team, I was talking to somebody, I forget who it was, and they were like, man, we really wanted to see the aurora. And I was like, look, when you fly out, it's clear, and the forecast was really big because it was good. It was in September.
Yeah, you're above the clouds, too. So.
And the guy, I can't remember what team they were with. It was early in one of our seasons, maybe someone from volleyball. But I heard back from him. He goes, man, we saw him for about an hour and a half in the air flying to Seattle. Because I told him, I was
the
like,
way
I
they
did
move, it's so cool.
Yeah, I did a trip. I was flying from Seattle to New York City and looked out my window, and it was like just everywhere out there for like 2 hours of the flight.
Unreal.
It's awesome. All right, we got 60 seconds till we kick this one off, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout and get ready. Nanook's leading this at halftime, 55-37.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And now we're back here. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half here with the Nanook's leading 55-37. We were talking about Aurora, and a friend of mine here owns an Aurora Lodge, and
Shout
they get
out
a lot of winter tourism. You wouldn't also think that Fairbanks, Alaska would be a big winter tourism area, but it really is. People coming to see the Aurora Borealis.
And the hot springs, too. Big event.
Yeah.
Both at the same time.
Yeah, because you can view it from out there. But like with the a lot of tourists coming from Japan, they always have the newest technology, and you can see the future of cameras and the future of phone technology coming. You know, they had it before us. It was pretty interesting to see. But now it's like you don't really need all the super fancy gear. You got it right there in your pocket.
On your iPhone.
It'll be Eagles ball to start the second half here with Alaska leading. They've got to clear the team fouls off the scoreboard here as they will clear that off. The Nanooks finished the first half with 5 team fouls and just 2 for the Eagles, so a relatively foul-free first half. And the Nanooks going to pressure the ball right off the bat here to start things out. Back with the starting lineup for both squads to start second half action here at the Patty Center. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And now we get into the holiday season when it's like Sunday is December.
Oh my goodness. Don't say that. That is unreal.
And O'Keefe gets inside, unable to finish.
Oh, good. We got to
clean up and draw on the foul, and we'll go to the free throw line. So good hustle by Alaska, though, cleaning that one up and always going hard to the hole here.
Yeah.
Earning the trip to the free throw line for Isaiah Sams Hoy. So when do you guys officially get out for the Christmas break?
I don't head back home until the 18th. I'm here for a little while. Finishing up finals. One of my old teammates, Ella Vines, she's coming back up here to visit, so I'm excited to see her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Didn't she end up going back to Florida and playing?
She did. She plays for University of North Florida now.
She decided to warmer temperatures was more her style?
Yes, going back home. Can't blame her. It's pretty cold here.
It can definitely get cold. So I got to ask, so you guys last year, I mean, we had a couple days of the 40 below temperatures and a world famous.
We got the pictures.
The UAF temperature sign at the bottom of the hill here on campus gets to 40 below, and last
Everybody's
year,
out there.
oh my goodness, it has become such a phenomenon.
Yes, it's such a cool thing too. It's just a cute little moment we get.
Yeah.
I know we did it after weights one morning.
Oh, and a full court pass intercepted here by the Eagles.
See if you can draw it through.
And that would be a long 2 as he brought it. Saw his foot inside. But Richard Cross, the player out of Nome, the 6'3 freshman, his first points come on a long 3. Sadu has it poked away from him. And, you know, this is kind of a challenge sometimes. You get a big lead here for Alaska. Start taking your foot off the gas, as a couple of errors start happening, and next thing you know, a team kind of whittles their way back in here. And, you know, it's not looking to run up the score and everything, but, again, you've got conference play next week, and you got to work on your offense, and that right in the lap of Kinley Erickson with the camera down there.
Hope she got the shot.
Close-up shot, and the official, I think he has asked her, did you get the shot?
I hope so.
And I love when the officials can have a good time out here on the floor as well, and checking to see if she was okay. And Probably asked her, did you get the shot?
Hope she did. We'll have to ask her after this.
And he gets the 3-point play. Nanook's now open up a 20-point lead. This will be Jesse Hoiby. Back out on top, Hoiby with it, right in front of his bench. On top into the hands of Holthusen. 3 ball on the way, and that one comes up short. An easy rebound for Sadhu. Nanook's will get quickly back into their offense. O'Keefe, another finger roll, looking for something, not going to get the call. And Chris Lee disrupts that one and forces the turnover and takes it right back for Alaska. 2 minutes gone in this second half. Again, Nanook hockey with a tie at number 3. Minnesota this afternoon. They play again tomorrow at 2 o'clock Alaska time. See if they could come home with a win and a tie. And O'Keefe up and under. Nice shot there. And oh, watch out, Eagles catch the Nanooks. A little celebration and not getting back on defense. And McGee now with 9. And that'll get Hersrud up off the bench. Nice touch by Isaiah Sams-Hoy. He's got 12 now for Alaska. Oh, and picking up number 3 is going to be Jalea O'Keefe. One of those fouls you don't mean to commit, but you kind of try to block it, but you're close. And he's going to head to the bench for a little while with 3. And you could see Jackson Krug heading over to the end of the bench talking to assistant coach Tobin Carlberg. Carlberg in his first season on the Nanook bench. Snow hits the first one, and Hersrud will come in. Second one coming up for Anthony Snow. And that one short. Snow.
Little fight for it down here.
Snow, former player at West Anchorage High School. Went from the Eagles in high school to the Eagles in college.
Awesome.
21-point Alaska lead as we get to the 17-minute mark to go. Chris Lee, swing pass inside and tied up. And O'Keefe still out there with 3 fouls, tries to no-look it into Sadhu. Sadhu able to
recover it with his feet there, looks like.
Now, you guys in volleyball, every part of your body's in play.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you'll see somebody kick it, and it's like, you can do that.
Yeah, you can. That is the nice thing.
Have you ever watched any of those, like, I think it's European, it's almost like soccer?
Yeah. I could not control that.
You guys ever try that, like, in practice?
No, do you ever see us do those, like, warm-up games at the beginning?
Yeah.
Where we're all kind of in a circle messing around with everything but our arms. And so I guess we're getting a little practice just in case you need it.
Well, because you always see the hockey team, that's one of their big things to warm up, you know, as they play a little soccer game.
Kind of the same thing, but with volleyballs.
Yeah, but I see that every once in a while, you know, all of a sudden something will pop up on your social media. Yeah. And, I mean, and those guys reverse back kicks, sending them long and everything. It's pretty intense.
I think I would be benched if I tried that. I'm not going to lie. It would not end well.
So you were talking about Ella Bynes. Does being down in Florida, does she play much beach volleyball?
I honestly don't know. I don't think she does play a lot of beach volleyball. I think she's definitely – we have the same season right now, so a lot of it's indoor. And it's hard to play indoor and beach at the same time because your timing's so different jumping on sand versus jumping on court. So my guess is not a lot of beach at the moment, but maybe in the spring during spring season. I'm excited for her to come back up here for a little bit.
So she's just coming up to visit her old teammates?
Yeah. Yep, to see us, to see her boyfriend. And
is her boyfriend up here?
Her boyfriend is up here. He's a firefighter, yeah.
Oh, really? For the university? Or?
Yeah, for the university.
Nice.
I will speak clearer. Thank you, Symphony. Yes.
She's directing
keeping me in check here.
That's good. Did you guys ever have a chance to go over there by the goaltender field? Because we've got some sand volleyball
Yes, that's
courts.
where we play in the summer.
Do you?
Yes.
Nice.
That's great. We have a great little summer league going on there, so that's why I always like coming back early. I come back early July just to play through the summer tournaments. And
I mean, how different is the summer here than it is, because you're from Michigan,
I
correct?
am.
So
It's
you
not
get
too
the
different.
sun doesn't go down. I mean, you get that, you know, come up
warm.
here for midnight sun, solstice.
Yes. I do love the summers here. I know I'm thinking this year maybe I'll stay here the whole summer, but no, I definitely love the summers here more than more than in Michigan. I mean, Michigan's great. It's a lot warmer in Michigan, and being on the lakes is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, right where I live in West Bloomfield now, but we have a lot of, probably several hundred lakes in the area. Yes.
Are you a fisher?
Oh no, my family is. My dad, and my sister, and stuff do that, but it's not my thing. I will go.
You didn't catch my daughter. I took her. She used to love it as a, you know, when she was younger, we would always go, and then I'm like, hey, you want to go? And she's like,
oh.
do I have to? You know, but
Yes.
I got a lot of the great pictures with her holding fish, so
Yes,
she was never afraid to hold the fish, and she knows how to clean them as
hold
well.
the fish. Yes, I can gut them. I can clean them. I can hold them. It's no big deal. It's just as boring to me. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my dad are gonna go deer hunting when I get back. So he just called me today. He got one. I like hunting more than I like bird hunting, like grouse and whatnot. Yes.
Do you get to do that up here? You have to get a visitor license, or
I don't. There's so much going on right now, and haven't had time to go out in the woods, but we'll see.
The opportunity is there.
The opportunity is there. I should take it.
And I'm sure the Ericksons of them would take you out. They probably
maybe.
have four-wheelers and everything to go play on.
Probably.
All right, we're out of the media timeout here, 63-42, 16:44 to go in the first half. Nanox again going to apply some light backcourt pressure here with Chris Lee.
Picked off.
Force it, and Sadu. Oh, bounce passes. He could have.
See if he can get it back.
And then he commits the foul. And boy, I would have to imagine he's going to probably come and have a conversation possibly with his head coach after that errant pass, and then maybe a little defensive lapse and maybe a little frustration after that pass. And you can see him, you know, that's on me. And sometimes that'll happen with a little frustration.
Yeah. Get a little too aggressive going into it.
Is that your new recruit? Was that Ruby Tansey coming in down there?
I can't see. Where are you looking?
So, like right down there in the front row, see that gentleman with the headband on? Right next to Nia Bayless, who has played with her at Lathrop High School. That's the only because I'm asking because I see Nia down there. So
I still don't know where you're looking, but I'm going to trust you and think
see
maybe
that,
it is.
Person walking up the bleachers right there, shaking that guy's hand?
Yes.
Okay, look in the very front row. She's the third in from the right. I don't know if that's her, though, because I don't know if she was still injured. I don't think that is.
I did see her earlier today, though.
Oh, did you?
I did.
She's still wearing the boot, or is she still injured?
She was in her car, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
She was driving, though, so I can't maybe.
She didn't wave at you with the foot.
Can't say that she did.
Chris Lee now at the free throw line. 15 points for him in the game. Isaiah Sams Hoy with 12.
Clean 16.
And the Nanas will still work on that full court pressure. Something they're going to probably have to rely on when they get into GNAC action. Oh, and getting behind the defense and scoring is Holthusen. He's got 10 now for the Eagles, and Alaska throws it away. And that'll bring Effenberger back into the game. Hersrud gets a piece of that one. And I mentioned Sadu going to have a little conversation with his coach, but he's going to get. No, he's coming back in, but I believe we're going to get a media timeout. So we'll take a break as well, with Alaska leading this one 66-47. More Nanook basketball coming up. I thought you had to be 21 because I.
You do. Although, we'll see. Maybe there's some kids around here. I see some kids, so.
Yeah, I mean, because there's.
Those girls don't look 21, so I'm not sure.
I know. I could never be a bartender.
I would ID everyone just in case.
All right, we are back here at the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium at the Patty Center. 66-47, Alaska leading this one. Nanoks with 2 team fouls and the Eagles with 3, so nobody in any kind of foul trouble. You've got Jaleo Keith with 3 personals for Alaska. Chris Lee with 16 points now in the game, and Isaiah Sams-Hoy with 12 for the Nanoks. It'll be Eagles ball on their baseline. Good defense by Alaska, counting that one on the inbounds. Double teamed and now into the hands of Hoiby. Hoiby will kick it back out. Rodriguez. It'll fade away from the low block and he scores. Rodriguez with 17 points. Driving the baseline, nothing there. Pulls back the dribble and a reset for Sams-Hoy. Now inside to Krug. Effenberger. Oh, and a collision, as you can see. Jaleo Keith watching the ball, but man, he's a tough guy and up and shaking that one off.
I was going to say, we do look like we're doing a lot of, a good job of at least putting up some boards against the offenders, but not so much on our own basket. Probably a product of the 5-out kind of a thing. But.
And here comes Alaska now with a fast break opportunity. Sams-Hoy for 3.
Hey, we got that one.
Gets in there. And
yeah.
I think one extra step is a 360 maybe. Oh, wait. Oh, and they're going to call a 3-second violation.
That was my least favorite call in high school.
Right. You
always made me angry.
You don't see it very often in college, but he was in there, and I think he might have thought maybe when he spin moved out, you come out, but he still had that pivot foot in the paint, and they whistle him for 3. See if the Eagles can try to go on a run, and a foul on the floor is going to be on Corterius Mingo. And that'll be 3 on Alaska, and the first on Mingo. Chris Lee will get a breather for Alaska. You can see Paul Johnson up filling out a coaching role here to his players, to his teammates.
That's always nice.
Which would be good, yeah. Maybe
a little extra perspective. He knows what you're going through.
Future coach over there on the bench.
Is Paul Johnson a senior?
I believe he is. Yep. Senior out of Seattle, Washington.
Gotcha.
Been on the bench now. This is 3rd game on the bench. Nursing an injury, and there's a 3-pointer for Isaiah Sams-Hoy. And he has got 15 now for Alaska. Chris Lee quickly back to check in. Hersrud picks that one off. No look, O'Keefe fouled, and he go to the free throw line. Jaleo O'Keefe now with 10 points and a trip to the free throw line. Griffin Effenberger will get a breather, and Chris Lee will check back in. Chris Lee out of Ketchikan, Alaska, one of the most beautiful places on earth that you could go to.
Gonna have to check that one out.
And their mascot is the King, the Ketchikan Kings, as in king salmon, because it is like one of the best places to fish ever in Southeast Alaska. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Jaleo Keith, and he's got numbers up ahead of him here. 2-on-1, and Chris Lee able to finish. And he's got 18 for Alaska, and Alaska starting to pull away. And interception, Lee. Oh, boy, he had the defender right on his shoulder, but he gets it to go. Eagles long 3, and they need that one. And Smart play there by Tyson Burns. Able to throw that off Corterius Mingo's shin, and it'll stay Eagles ball. 12:58 to go, second half. Thanksgiving 4-day holiday weekend. I know starting on Tuesday, I believe, it's the Giving Day, and you could give to your favorite Nanook Athletics team or the whole the Nanook department. Cyber Monday on Monday. Almost seems like every day is a Cyber Monday if you want to shop.
That's what makes it so great.
And another three, and that one is good for Isaiah Sams Hoy. Sticking right on pace. He's right there with Chris Lee. That scoring lead. Lee with 20 and Sams Hoy with 18. And Lee, I can see almost thinking about an alley-oop going left side. No good by Mingo. And the Eagles go left side, a double team, and a foul, and we'll go to the free throw line. Catching his breath for a while is Michael Rodriguez, and he'll go to the free throw line. And we'll get Sadu and Effenberger to the scorer's table to come in. Stanek having some fun with his two players there. And let's see, O'Keefe and Sams Hoy will go out. Rodriguez now at 17. Chris Lee out on top of the key, looking for a screen with Sadu. Defender all over him, man, and he is just confident dribbler. Oh, trying to feed it into traffic and picked off by the Eagles. Checking the shot. Oh, the shot clock didn't get started as they brought it in. So now that you've got some friends out there in North Pole and Erickson's, have you been to the Santa Claus house probably multiple times?
Of course. Of course.
All right, we got a media timeout. We'll take a break as well. Nanooks leading by 29. All right, we're back here, taking a look at some of the stats here for Alaska right now. The Nanooks sit at the top of the GNAC in defensive rebounds and total rebounds per game to start the season. Their mark of 44.2 team rebounds per game is over two more than the next closest GNAC school. Puts them sixth in Division II, and their 31 defensive rebounds per game is good for ninth in the nation. Nanooks have faced these Eagles twice before. Both matchups were during the 2015-2016 season, and Alaska holding a 2-0 record over them, winning by margins of 113-63 and 117-70. So we could be on pace here for the Nanooks to get into triple digits. 11:40 remaining, first half. 29-point Alaska lead. Nanook still just staying strong on that defensive pressure and kind of throwing up a prayer there, not answered. Yeah, and they get the loose ball and they'll put up a three, and that one just off the mark by Landon Quokka. Effenberger surveys ahead. Sevenbergen for three, in and out. Sadu had it on his fingertips, and Effenberger picks it off. Yeah, and they're going to call him for a player control foul. He kind of was like going to give a little head fake there, but he didn't have any other players around, so kind of gives the official something to look at to make that call. And Alaska will stay full court pressure. 5th team foul on the Nanoks, 4 on the Eagles. Burns. Over to Rodriguez. That's 18 points. And now 20 to lead the Eagles. Matches Chris Lee's 20 points for Alaska. And another turnover by the Nanoks. And here comes Mingo out of the pack with it for the Nanoks. Cross court up and over the top of everybody. Lee Sadu.
Good grab.
Cleans that up, and Lee's going to drive in a little hop step and scores. 9 points in the second half and 21 and 22 in the game. And we got another timeout on the floor, so we'll take a break as well with Alaska leading large.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Here to the Patty Center with Alaska leading 81-52 at the midway point of the second half. Same two teams back here tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock tip-off. And then next week we've got everything happening here. Men and women's basketball Thursday night, Saturday afternoon, and then Alaska Nanook hockey. You mentioned it before. Friday night, you got all kinds of ways to get in the Nanook hockey game for free. It's Military Appreciation Night. And if you have your military ID, you and a friend get in for free. And if you bring some pet food, dog food, cat food, llama food, whatever you want to bring in. There are a lot of llamas around this town.
Really?
Yeah, for some, like the.
It's a thing now, I guess.
It is.
Well, come say hi next weekend. We'll be there.
Yeah, so you just bring it to the Carlson Center, and a young boy named JB has been doing this for a couple years, and the Nanoks are like going, yeah, we'd love to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
So last year raised 10,000 pounds in pet food for some of our local pet rescue groups and the Animal Shelter Fund. So a great way to help out some more
Absolutely
great causes
love that.
here. Speaking of helping out for the Fairbanks Community Food Bank and their food boxes that they gave out for Thanksgiving, they surpassed the 3,300 that they thought they were going to need to send out. And here's the Nanoks on a fast break basket.
Yeah, I was there this weekend. Me and our FCA group, and as well as some of the high school huddles, we met there on Saturday and helped package up some of those 3,300 boxes.
Yeah, that's just.
It was such a great experience.
Yeah, and just the community comes out so big for that. And they said that 3,300 food boxes equates to about 13,000 people in the interior that may have gone without.
And I know they have open volunteer hours most Saturdays, so if anyone out there ever gets a chance, we'll go down to the food bank.
Yeah, food bank does amazing work, and then I know there's a lot of volunteers at the Fairbanks Rescue Mission, and then Bobby's downtown always has a free meal, and also Big Daddy's this year did one as well, and it was well attended. So,
that's always great to see.
Yeah,
we have a great community here in Fairbanks, so
it's the Golden Heart City.
It really is.
Nanoks off that miss there, able to retain possession. Mingo.
KT with a little tap back there.
Mingo still fighting with it. Head coach Ostanek looking to get a foul call here. Doesn't get it. And here comes Alaska able to get that one in. Zevenberger hangs on and goes coast to coast and scores. 9 points for him now. 8:23 still remaining. This is Landon Kwaka. Gives it up to Burns. Long three. That one no good. Mingo rips down the board. 8 minutes to go. And another
Nice,
three.
nice.
Griffin Effenberger. And
Within 10 of triple digits here.
Wow. It's going to be a high-scoring event.
Awesome. Still 7 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
And I think the
See what we
Nanoks
can do.
probably using every player that they have in reserve. We haven't seen Jordan Gill. I mean, he's got shorts on, but hasn't taken his warm-up shirt off yet, so not sure. I would imagine we would have seen him much earlier, so I'm not sure what the reason for him being on the bench there is. We get another immediate timeout, and we'll take one as well. Nanoks 90, the Eagles 52.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
All right, we're back here, and we were just mentioning the food drives in the community, but now as we get into the holiday season, Saturday night with Alaska Nanook Hockey, it's the annual teddy bear toss, so bring those stuffed animals Saturday night to the hockey game, and we'll be throwing those out on the ice between either the first or second intermission, and the student advisory committee always puts this on.
Yep.
And it's pretty fun to watch, and I've seen some in some of the bigger cities that they have, and man, those stuffed animals are flying for what seems like 5 minutes nonstop, and just a ton of stuffed animals, and they will all be donated to Santa's Helpers here and given to children throughout the community. So Santa's Helper is also in need of volunteers and donations, and they are up at Fairbanks Nissan is where they're going to be located. So if you're around the area and you want to do some volunteering, and I know they do food boxes for Christmas as well, so a lot of different ways to help out here in Fairbanks. 7:25 left in this one. Alaska at 90 right now.
Looks like they relaxed some of the full court pressure there. Up by 30 and then some.
Yeah.
40.
A very comfortable cushion right now. And a nice little fadeaway jumper goes for Holthusen. He's got 12 for the Northwest Indian College Eagles.
Yeah.
Extra step there for Shiloh Zevenbergen. Well, the good thing was I looked at Paul Johnson and Elion Zevenbergen. Neither one in a cast or any kind of splints or slings or anything, so probably just one of those nagging injuries that just hang on forever.
Have a couple of those myself, can't lie.
Still?
Always.
That just hang on.
See me wearing a knee brace most of the time?
Have you had any knee surgeries yet in your career?
No, I have not, knock on wood.
There you go, good thing. And here comes O'Keefe, and he is fouled. He'll shoot 2 here instead of the and 1. And that'll be the 6th team foul on the Eagles. DJ Holthusen's first personal. O'Keefe with 2 coming up. Again, Nanook sporting some new white home jerseys.
Yeah, I think the white looks nice and clean there. I like the little inclusion on the side.
I like the black road jerseys, though.
I do like the black, too.
Those ones.
Those are tough.
For you guys, what's your favorite? Because you guys usually alternate between 3 here at home.
Yeah, we do. I would say the general consensus is the black jerseys. I do like the black with the little gold sleeves.
And so do you guys take those all 3 on the road with you? Or?
Yes, usually. Those were our new ones this year, too.
So I got to ask, who does all the laundry?
We all do our own laundry.
Do you?
Yeah, we do. I like it that way. Save it all for the last minute.
So everybody save for the last minute?
Of course. Always a clean jersey, though. It gets done. It's just
right.
On my own time.
So what about on the road? Do you have to just wait till you get home to...
I mean, sometimes when we stay in, like, Airbnbs or something, we have our laundry loops that we put them on. But most of the time, yeah, you just got to wait.
Holthusen with a nice move inside. Open three and is good for Zevenbergen. Zevenbergen now.
Within 5.
12 points for him. And Mingo, after going up after getting the head fake, comes down and able to block it and force the turnover. Back-to-back three, possibly. Just short. His head coach was standing like one more pass. He was feeling it. 5:28 to go. Regulation. And Evanberger still playing hard, knocking that one out of bounds. Sadu up between two of his coaches. Matt Wilkin on the bench now, first year for Alaska. Spent many years at Lathrop High School coaching the Malamutes. And kind of like Milo Griffin, as soon as they retire from high school, next thing you know, they're up here at the hill and count that one. Some people just cannot get away from a sport. When you're done, are you going to take a little break? Are you going to get right into coaching, or?
Not sure yet. I'll probably take a knack at the real world, but we'll see.
Next year, senior season?
Yes, it is.
Did you see? Did you guys go back and watch the interviews at the end with the seniors up here?
No, I haven't yet.
You guys,
it's gonna make me cry. I already know it.
Okay, there was a lot of tears.
I'm sure there was. There was a lot of tears before the game. A lot of tears after the game. A lot of tears at the NCAA watch party.
It was good though watching. I mean, because it was normally head coach Scott will have him there and he'll do, talk about each of the seniors.
Yeah.
But had him on the headset, and it was tough because he was like, oh boy, I got to talk about each one of them with him right here.
Trying not to cry.
Oh, and he's a very emotional man, which is great to see. And that one goes.
Now within 2 of 100.
But yeah, I think he kind of takes you girls in as his daughters almost.
Oh, of course. It's always a huge family kind of a thing.
And here's a turnover here and a fast break opportunity for the Eagles, and going all the way and going left-handed, unable to finish was Hoiby. Now Alaska with a chance to get to the century mark. Sadu, step back three, in and out, no good. Rebound, Eagles, and they'll stay at double digits. 4 minutes to go. Boy, pretty much everybody made the road trip for the Eagles, getting some playing time. This trip to Alaska, and count it. And a trip to the stripe for Brandon Pino. That's his first basket. Third foul on Hersrud, and another media timeout. Your final media timeout of this half. We'll take a break as well, with Alaska closing in on 100.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
All right, we're back out of our final media timeout.
3:51 on the clock. Nanook's up by a good margin.
The Eagles will be shooting the bonus, though. Nanook's now at 17 fouls. So you guys got to go, you started your season out Costa Rica. What's the big season opening trip for next season? Do you know yet?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Who put that together?
The Costa Rica trip?
Yeah.
Our coaches put that together.
And was it a big surprise, or did you know that it was in the works?
No, it was definitely, we knew it was in the works from last year. It was kind of a big maybe because we had to buy our own tickets out there. So,
thanks,
yeah.
Mom and
But other
Dad.
than that, everything, yeah. Thanks, University of Alaska, for employing me for the past 2 years. Yes. It was definitely, yeah. I don't know if you guys heard that, since the cheapest international trip we had, which is true because everything else was paid for. Just had to get our plane ticket down there.
Well, a good thing Alaska Airlines flies to Costa Rica.
Exactly. Got the miles.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Use that to get my Christmas flight home.
And now with Alaska buying Hawaiian Airlines and start using some of those miles. And
Yep. Oh, we went to Hawaii and California, too, right after.
a friend of mine's son went to Monroe here, now we're going to Chaminade. And
really, yeah.
he loves it over there, which I can't believe that he knew it wouldn't. It would be too hard to go to school.
Oh, yeah.
I went to school at ASU, and it was so hard to go to class.
I bet.
And Sadu scores 10 points now for him, and he's the one that puts us at 100. Appropriate, gets a 10, and then put another 0 on for 100. 3:29 to go. Regulation here. McGee, far side for the Eagles. Three ball on the way, and that one no good, or easy rebound for Jackson Krug, 6'7" junior forward. Again, this Nanook squad kind of had to get put together in a hurry as head coach Ostanek was hired in summer, and not a lot of players still available. Yeah, and I think Chris Lee and Isaiah Sams Hoy, their evening's going to be done as they've got their warm-ups on. And you can see Jordan Gill up, encouraging his squad out there, which is good to see when you see your bench players still into it as much over there on the bench. And I was listening to the radio broadcast with Bruce Check and Mike McCauley, and Mike McCauley came to quite a few volleyball matches, and he was talking about you guys.
Aw, that's
and
always nice.
Some of the players meeting his daughter and making a big impact on her. She's like, I want to play this now, Dad.
Such a great sport.
And he was saying, he goes, yeah, sometimes it was more fun sometimes watching the bench players with all the
us and our dances and we go out
all the
there.
dances and everything they did. He goes, it was great to watch.
That was our thing during challenges. Little dance off. I would like to see it in basketball more often.
Some dance-offs?
Some dance-offs.
Yeah.
Could use it in every sport.
Well, you guys teach them that church clap thing, and we'll
Absolutely.
see if we can get that going. You
Yeah,
guys
that's on
had
the
some.
clock.
You guys did have some serious dance battles, though, a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
With your opponents. Do you guys do that on the road as well? Do you get challenged?
Of course. Like I said, it's a requirement. Only if they'll do it, though. Some teams won't do it.
Does Coach Scott ever get involved?
No. No, he does not.
Does he ever do the dolphin at him?
I'll make sure to make him do it next time.
I have got to see that at some point.
I've got a video. I'll show you.
Oh, and Hersrud gets his second 3 of the game, and he's got 6. And the Nanooks at 103 with 90 seconds to go. Crowd sticking around.
Good.
Watch this one to the finish. And I believe we'll have Coach Ostanek and our player of the game following this one.
Is there a better way to spend a Friday night? No.
Yeah, especially with the weather that we've had.
Yeah, cold, cold, and cold.
And it's good because, I mean, we haven't had a long snap of it. You know, we've had a couple
Yeah.
days here and there, and then it goes back up above 0. And I couldn't believe today they opened Moose Mountain, and it was still below 0. And
Really?
yeah, they wouldn't let people go there if you didn't have goggles and face mask and
Smart.
great gear, because you can easily get frostbite in those kind of temperatures.
For
when
sure.
you're
I feel like
coming-
I get frostbite walking from my car into the Patty
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah, I got up today, and I was like, because it's a Powder Friday, they don't groom it on Fridays, but they still opened, which I was like, no, that's okay.
I'll sit this one out.
Yes, there will be warmer temperatures coming.
That there will be.
68 seconds to go in this one. Again, Alaska Nanook hockey with a huge tie, 1-1 at Minnesota, but picking up the overtime win. So in regulation, it ends 1-1, and they go to the 3-on-3 5-minute overtime period. And no score there. And then they went to the shootout, and Alaska wins that 1-0, but goes in the book as an official tie. Oh, nice little inbounds. Oh, they're going to whistle, and we'll go to the free throw line. I'm not a fan of ties in any sport.
I'm pretty sure that's a win in my book.
Right.
We won the shootout. Sounds like a win to me.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of a mental, for the team especially. And it's
a huge win.
Yeah.
Over number 3 Minnesota. Great win.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see how the Nanoks do tomorrow, and then it'll be great to have them back here at home Friday and Saturday at the Carlson Center. Actually get to see what the Carlson Center actually looks like. I haven't been in there yet. Yeah.
So curious.
I saw that they were out there working on the line, so painting the lines and everything. They did do an open house, but they didn't have the ice in, so they didn't have anything painted or the bleachers all together. Oh, nice pass inside, and unable to finish was Krug, and we're down to 53 seconds to go. 104-66, Nanoks really opened it up, and a little touch inside for Pino gives him 4. Krug looks inside. Get Nanoks again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Better see you all there.
I'm just texting Nate to see if we're doing the interview, and they're going to count this one down here as Alaska is going to win this one, 104-88.
68.
Oh, 68, excuse me. Yeah, I was like, wow, they jumped up quick. 104-68, and that will do it. So Alaska with a nice win on a Friday night here, and a 15 below Friday night in Fairbanks as the teams will shake hands. We'll see if we're going to get the post-game interview. I'll hear back from Nate Pearsall. So, Elena, thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
All right, we'll do it again tomorrow night, but we're going to keep it here for right now as the teams shake hands. We'll throw some commercials on, and we'll get set up here for our post-game interview, which I believe we will have here momentarily.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
All right, welcome back here. We've got our player of the game, Griffin Effenberger, here with a nice shooting night here tonight, hitting some big threes for your Alaska Nanook team here. But I got to ask, yesterday being Thanksgiving, did you guys get to have a big meal and everything?
Yeah, the team went over to Coach's house. It was my first time having Thanksgiving with my girlfriend who just moved out here. So this is so we spent it together and just kind of had some quality time. So yeah.
So today, you guys, were you picking at the bird still, or was it all about the game tonight and getting ready?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was probably 10 pounds overweight coming into this one, but yeah, I think I got it all out and shoot around. So yeah.
All right, so a nice performance tonight against this team. You guys get up into triple digits there, but we were calling it and kind of watching that the bench over there, giving you guys a lot of props over there, and even some of the players that not out there up and cheering for you guys. How big is that to have your bench behind you guys?
Yeah, that's the number one thing is loving and supporting your teammates, as what Coach says. So I think just building a culture and foundation of that just every single day, it kind of comes natural. It's not like it's forced or anything. So I think just us outside of practice, hanging out with each other and stuff like that kind of accumulates to where it comes on the floor.
A lot of new players there. You guys getting to know each other now, and we talked to Coach about it before. Conference play starts next week, so you guys getting ready for that?
Yes, sir. We're excited. We're excited to go. I think the past 3 weeks have just kind of, for me personally, been able to just shoot the ball and try to get a rhythm of where I can feel well going into conference. Like the scrimmages helped a ton. Going to Hawaii helped. I think just trying to get some of the bad plays and stuff and learning to limit my mistakes will help. Getting base hits and not going for the home run every time will help. So
there you go. Yeah. So a baseball player, obviously, too.
Yeah.
All right, so before I let you go, anybody you want to say hi to out there maybe watching?
I'll say hi to my parents. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Yeah, they're in Spokane. So.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll get head coach Frank Kostanek over here. All right, Coach Ostanek here, day after Thanksgiving. So, as he mentioned, you got to have the team over to your house yesterday.
Yeah, no, it was one of those things. It's really great to do. It's great that it's over, right? Like it's about 3 or 4 days of preparation. God bless my wife; she did an extraordinary job of helping put everything together. So it was, but it's always great. Like we got really good guys, right? Like they're good human beings and they're fun to be around. And so it was a great day yesterday.
So we've got a known player here for the Eagles, and I heard when they introduced him, he had a nice little cheering section here, and I mentioned that, your first recruit that signed is a player from up there in Nome as well.
Yeah, we're very excited about about Finn Gregg and the future, and obviously real tough young man and somebody that I think will really make us significantly better immediately, but, at a high level over his time as a Nanook. Well, he's going to remain a Nanook.
Right, So I watched you over there at one break. You had Chris Lee and Sam Hoyt come over there, and you guys were having a very pleasant and a fun conversation. What was that?
Well, we don't have an opportunity to have a lot of pleasant and fun conversations this year during games because we're rarely up by, 30 points. But no, there was just a situation there where Chris was being, driven to the hole, and Chris is in a pretty good position, but we all know Chris is not the biggest, strongest guy. And I told Isaiah, look, this is your roommate. He's going to need help. Go help him earlier. So, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, these guys again, but then next week you start conference play here at home.
Yeah, no, I think the conversation at halftime was, look, there's certain things in life that you just don't know until you experience them. And no matter what you tell the individual, they're not going to get it, right? Like I always say to young people, you'll never know how much your parents love you until you have a child. Until you have a child, you can't fully grasp what that's like, right? And I think in the same context, you don't know what's coming, right? Next week with Western Oregon and St. Martin's coming until you experience. If you're given, half the people, there's a certain number of people at halftime that are looking up saying, wow, they scored 55 points. The people who know basketball are looking up and going, I can't believe they gave up 37 points in a half. They're in big trouble next week. There's a lot to be happy about here. I don't anticipate we're going to have a lot of games like this. So we want to enjoy these when they happen. But we also have to learn and grow from them, and we have to is part of the culture that we're trying to grow. Part of that has to be we guard people, we defend, we're committed to making it hard for you, and we're not doing that yet at the level that's necessary for us to become a team that's going to be competing in this league at a high level. We'll get there, but it's going to take time.
Okay, any updates on Paul Johnson and Elion and their return?
Paul, I think Paul will probably start practicing a little bit on Monday with us. I would anticipate him fighting through the level of pain that he's, dealing with. He's a tough dude. Elion, the injury is a mystery to me. I don't have any idea, when he comes back or if he comes back, quite honestly. So, but Paul, I anticipate being a guy that's back, that's a tough dude. Like, he's coming back. He'll play. He'll fight through that pain, and hopefully over the Christmas break, he can fully, recover. But he's been dealing with this for quite some time. So.
All right, well, good luck tomorrow, and then next week back here for home action for the GNAC.
We're excited. Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
it.
So that's going to wrap it up for us here on this Friday evening. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, tip-off time here at the Patty Center for everybody up here at UAF. I'm Ken V.